YouTube, what's going on? KT Medic here, and today we have the special video that I've been talking about for months and months and months. So finally, I have all my PC parts. The last couple things actually came in just now, and now we get to put it all together. So we have a Corsair, I think it's a C70 case. I don't remember exactly, but we'll open it up. It looks like an ammo can. Has a window on the side, but we're just gonna put this somewhere out of the way where it won't get scratched. So, our parts, it is a C70. It's OD green, comes with 3 fans, 3 Corsair fans, and here is our little parts box that we're gonna need shortly. So it is all toolless. All the drive bays are toolless drive bays. The covers over here are toolless. It's completely toolless just about. So first of all, we're just gonna get rid of both side panels because we don't need them right now. This one is not windowed, thank goodness, so I can hide all my cables back there. And let's do this. There. Okay, so you've seen the case. Now let's get into a little bit of what's going on with the parts. So I have an MSI 970 gaming motherboard. Let's get this open up. Oh, I almost forgot before I start touching everything. Anti-static strap. Okay, anti-static strap. We're gonna take it and we got connected so we don't kill a motherboard or anything like that. Comes in an anti-static bag. Don't place the motherboard back on the outside of this bag. That is a terrible idea. Okay, I forgot about these pieces. We'll just grab everything out of here. I don't know what everything is yet. We'll do that. Huh. That's kind of cool, a little door tag. I'm sorry, busy gaming. That may come in handy. And then a badge, lots of cool stuff in there. So, try not to touch the back of the motherboard with your hands. Touch heat sinks and the motherboard box. Let's move this down just a tad. I am barefoot right now, which kind of freaks me out, but this is what the motherboard looks like. You can kind of see it. There we go, there's the motherboard. So, we've got 2 set of cables. We have a MSI SLI bridge, which we're not gonna need now. We have the rear I/O, which we are gonna need now. And I'm showing you all this stuff like you can see it. But I have my camera pointed way down. Rear I/O. I like that it's black, that's actually really cool. Check and make sure you know which way it's actually gonna go on. And then, all you gotta do is try and drop it. Push all 4 corners in and it'll pop in and you are good to go. So that's that. Let's see. Forgot what I was doing. I am terribly sorry. So we have all kinds of parts and pieces for, they came with our case for our motherboard and some zip ties or cable ties, if that's what you call them where you're from. We have, let's see, a USB 3 adapter, ton of screws, fan screws, motherboard screws. I think that's these. Okay, so let's get the CPU installed right quick, just because that is easy for one. That there. And we're just gonna use the stock heat sink for the time being, because we're trying to keep this a little budget friendly. Otherwise my wife would probably kill me. The AMD stock heat sinks come with thermal paste pre-applied, which is kind of okay. It's probably not the best thermal paste, but that's okay. Not even really sure how that works. We'll figure it out, no worries, guys. So, here is my CPU. It is AMD FX 8350, Black Edition, overclockable. Actually, I think all of their FX series are overclockable now. So, and a little sticker. Gotta have the little sticker. We're gonna try and open this up without breaking anything. Okay. So, CPU has a gold arrow. I don't know if you can see that on the bottom corner there. That matches up with the gold arrow on your motherboard. Well, sometimes they're not gold. So match it up with the arrow on your motherboard, on the CPU socket. Be careful not to force it at all. And then put the little swing arm down and you're done. It's that simple. So, dang it, I didn't want to do this, but I gotta pull out the book. I just need a picture. I almost forgot the beautiful RAM. We're just gonna throw this in. It is G-Skill Ripjaws X 16 gigs, 2x8, and it is 1866 memory. DDR3, 1866. Got another sticker. Man, they love giving you stickers with all this stuff, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so there is a little piece missing out of there, and there's a little piece missing out of the RAM slot on your motherboard. There we go. Got that one in. Now for the second one. You may have to check your book from your motherboard to see which RAM slot you actually have to use for dual channel memory, because you don't want to use like two next to each other if it's not meant for that. Otherwise you'll just have single channel memory. It'll be super slow and you'll have paid $60, $75 depending on whatever you got, and you won't even be able to use it all. So now that that is done, what can we do next? We can put this little guy on. There we go, got that on. And then flip the little lever. Easy enough. This is actually a Cooler Master fan. I really didn't expect that. So we'll put this CPU fan into the CPU fan header on the motherboard just to get it done out of the way. And I really wish that was a black cable. I have a black PCB but not black cable, which is kind of disappointing. But that's okay. It'll be alright. We can make it work. Okay, so now that we got the heatsink on, the CPU heatsink, and actually it's not a terrible cooler. I've heard a lot of people say that don't use a stock cooler, they're terrible, you shouldn't use those and all that. But in all honesty, if it was so terrible, they probably wouldn't include it with their CPU. So first thing I want to do over here is grab my screwdriver. That's about one of the only tools you need, just because these thumb screws are a little bit tight. I'm going to take out this top drive tray just because I don't really need it. I'm only putting 3 drives in for now. It'll let me put this fan a little bit closer to the front of the case and pull in a little bit more air. It won't fit. So, change plans. We're just gonna put this drive tray back in. To get it to fit, I believe you would have to take out the other drive tray. And considering I need a drive tray, we're gonna have to leave that in. And a lot of things on computers don't have to be super tight, like these screws. If you tighten them too much, you'll bend something and something might not fit right and stuff like that. So make sure you don't over tighten things, just in case. So we'll pull these thumb screws back out. Try this again. Now that that's over, that little fiasco of a plan, move these fan cables maybe out of the way. Hey, okay, whatever. Now, we're gonna connect our anti-static strut back. Now, very carefully, set this down into your back I/O and then screw all your screws in. Yes, there are quite a few. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we have to figure out where to run these pesky little fan wires. I know there's another fan port down here somewhere. System fan 4. Now we have a bunch of other cables from the front I/O, the front panel, all the power buttons and hard disk lights, and USB 3, HD audio. Okay, I know HD audio is over here on the bottom, so let's do that one first. That's missing a pin in the top. Pop that guy in right quick. Make sure everything stays nice and neat like. Okay. And we have a USB 3 front I/O or front panel USB 3. And that port is right here. So we'll try and take this in the bottom as well. And plug her in. Alright guys, so I had to empty my SD card because I haven't had another chance to get a new one yet. And while I was doing that, I just screwed in the power supply. I think that's going to be the best way for it to go, because this little thing here is going to keep the cables out of the fans, and it's a little bit raised on the bottom, so I don't think that a bottom intake would work well in this case with this power supply. And so you know what this power supply is, it is an EVGA NEX 650G. It's a 80 plus gold rated, completely modular. I've got all the cables here, power cable. Let's see, 24 pin and some other ones, Molexes and all kinds of good stuff. But we're just gonna start with the 24 pin because I know exactly where it goes. And it's probably one of the easiest ones to do. And actually, we're gonna go through here before anything else There we go. Had it backwards. Okay. Make sure that's all the way in there. Make sure that cable's decently nice and neat and not pulling anywhere. And then we'll plug it into the power supply. Okay, so that one's good. I don't even know what all cables I have here, so we're just gonna open them all up. These look like 6 pins. Okay, SATA power. I know what that is. Another SATA power, another SATA power, which is cool. Lots of SATA power. 4-pin Molex. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Okay, screw it. We're doing the graphics card. It is MSI R9, Radeon R9 380 with the 4 gig VRAM. And this thing is beautiful. I know I'm super bright. That's okay. Put that out of the way. I don't remember what's in here. Okay, so they give you like a DVI to whatever that is called, adapter, warranty card, kind of instructions and stuff. Quick user's guide, that's what it is. No sticker? No sticker. Okay, so we'll just put that there. Now for the main attraction. Here it is. And again, you don't want to touch the actual PCB and the connections and everything like that, because that could short it out. But this has a plate on the back, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Pull that off and get rid of it. Just don't place it on the anti-static bag, because that is just stupid. This comes with a little cover over the PCIe little thingy. I don't know what to call that. So line it up with everything that it needs to be lined up with. And then with just a slight amount of force, push it in to the PCIe slot. And then try and figure out how to get your screws back in there. Mine are thumb screws with a Phillips head on them, just in case. Which, thank goodness, because those are like impossible to reach. And then what we'll do is we'll lift up here just a little bit with it still loose. And then tighten it down. So that keeps it from sagging a little bit too much. That is a massive card, and I love it. So we'll get rid of that stuff. Now we need 2 6-pins. Now, the hard drive. We're just gonna put that down here. Basically, that's how the hard drive goes. And then it goes back in the tray. And that's it. I'm actually gonna take these out. We don't need them. And they're just clogging up some of that room. Now, I have a couple red SATA cables. Didn't completely think that through. All right, guys, so we've only got a couple things left, most of which is cable management and plugging in this hard drive for now. The other hard drives will be plugged in, but I have to get rid of Windows on my old PC so I can put it on this PC. Yeah, that'll work just fine. So we'll just put that there. Get in there for now. Gotta love cable management. So we'll put that SATA cable in there. This SATA cable in there. Just for now. Don't worry. It will change. And luckily, this case comes with some pretty handy little cable management, which is actually really nice. Okay guys, so we've got all the cable management done. We've gotten everything kind of set up how I think it should be. And now I'm kind of terrified to turn it on. But we're going to try it anyways. We have it connected to this monitor with a VGA just to see if it'll post. So let's see what happens. There's power. Come on. Oh no, that's the wrong one. All the fans are working. F1. We did it! First PC build. We're in the BIOS. It is working. So we're gonna do a little bit more work to it. Maybe do some benchmarks. Kind of see how everything's running. Right now it's really quiet. I don't know if that's... Let me take you off there. Come here. Okay. I don't know if that's how it's gonna stay, but we'll have to see. We'll give you a look at it right quick. Isn't she beautiful? Some red LEDs under there, the audio boost, the white MSI logo. There's even a little bit of a red tint there. That's not too bad, guys. We're gonna get some red LEDs to go in there. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made it all the way through. And if you do have any questions or comments about my PC or a PC you want to build or a PC you're building or built already, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message on Twitter or Facebook, whatever. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I'm KT Medic, and I'm out.